It was hard growing up. It wasn't a safe place. Like when I grew up in the early 2000s, and when I was in grade 3, the school I went to, they decided to ban peanuts. But the way they did it was in the most messed up way they possibly could. They made one kid stand in front of the whole class, and they were like, "Mandeep here is deathly allergic to peanuts, so don't feed Mandeep peanuts, because he will die." And most kids would be like, "Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry, Mandeep." We were like, "Mandeep better keep his bitch ass in line, you know? Better not catch him slipping." And the reason we were like this towards Mandeep was because Mandeep was a bully. And Mandeep learned a very important lesson that day. That you can't be a bully with a food allergy. You just can't. How they get you every single time. And he bullied all of us, but he bullied this one kid relentlessly. His name, also Mandeep. But we called him Mun Square, better him than us situation. And I guess after a while, Mun Square just had enough of the bullying because he showed up to class one day and he was like, "Mandeep, I'm going to kick your ass after school today." And Mandeep was just like, "I'm going to kill you." And that was the end of that conversation. Just 20 kids standing there being like, "Well, I guess we're going to see a death today. Okay." All right. And so after school, we all gathered around and Mandeep, Mun Square in the middle of it. And at first it felt like we should have told an adult, somebody who could have done something about this. But this was like before YouTube, so we just want to see kid-on-kid violence. So we let it escalate. But what none of us knew at the time, Mun Square had been scheming. Because as the fight started, Mun Square, we don't know why he did this, but he had a friend behind him pull out a chocolate bar and then give him the chocolate bar. And then Mun Square stabbed Mandeep in the face with it. And Mandeep went down. And Mun Square was like, "Oh, Henry says hi." And we were shook. Biggest upset any of us had seen in our lifetime up until that point. And so when we were quiet in that moment, Mun Square was like, "It's my time to give a speech." So as he's holding this mango chocolate bar, he looks down at Mandeep and he's like, "Mandeep, that was for every time you hit me. That was for every time you told me I couldn't do something. Well, here's something you can't do." And then he ate the chocolate bar. And we all lost our minds. We were so ravenous, we started cheering Mun Square's name. We're like, "Mun Square, Mun Square, Mun Square." And as Mun Square stood over his vanquished foe, he turned around, looked us all in our eyes, into our souls. And his only response to us cheering his name was, "I'm Mandeep now." We're like, "Fuck yeah, you are, dog. You earned that." You earned that. You know what I like about that joke? Nobody ever cares about the kid that almost died. Ever? You guys are like, "Yeah, let's run that back. Let's run that back right now."